Alright, meat lovers, let's talk about something that's been raising eyebrows lately. Carbs and supplements on the carnivore diet. Yep, the age-old debate. Should you go carbless or keep your energy levels up with a little help from supplements? If you're part of the carnivore community, you know the drill. It's all about eating only animal products. Beef, chicken, fish, and eggs. Sounds simple, right? Well, not quite. A lot of you might be wondering, is the full-on carnivore approach with no carbs or supplements the best way? Or should we be adding in some carbs here and there? Or even turning to supplements for extra support? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a clear answer. I'll break down how both carbs and supplements can impact your health, energy levels, and long-term sustainability on this popular meat-only lifestyle. You'll learn whether you need to ditch the carbs or whether adding a little boost with supplements is exactly what your body needs to thrive on the carnivore diet. Welcome back to FlexAndShred, your go-to channel for all things fitness, diet, and health. Make sure to like this video if you're all about trying new things in your nutrition, comment with your thoughts on carbs or supplements, or both. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss out on our meat-tastic content. So before we dive into carbs versus supplements, let's first get a clear understanding of the star of the show, the carnivore diet itself. The carnivore diet is a no-nonsense eating plan that says goodbye to veggies, fruits, grains, and anything plant-based. It's essentially what it sounds like, eating meat and lots of it. We're talking about red meat, poultry, fish, eggs, and other animal products, leaving pretty much everything else behind. That's right, no pasta, no leafy greens, just steak, bacon, and eggs. That's the carnivore way. Now, why is this diet gaining so much attention? Well, supporters claim it has a range of benefits, from weight loss to mental clarity, improved digestion, and more. Sounds pretty great, right? In fact, some users have reported dramatic improvements in inflammation, energy levels, and skin health. We all know how frustrating it can be to deal with chronic issues like bloating or skin flare-ups, so it makes sense that people are jumping on this bandwagon. And let's not forget about the weight loss factor. Going full-on carnivore might make cutting calories seem a little easier. Think about it. You're focusing on protein and fats, and cutting out processed carbs that spike insulin and contribute to fat storage. People on this diet say they've noticed increased satiety, meaning they feel fuller longer, leading to fewer cravings and steady fat loss over time. But as with any restrictive diet, there's always the big question. Can this approach really be sustainable in the long run? And that's where things get tricky. The question that always comes up in carnivore discussions is, do you need to supplement your diet to avoid missing out on essential nutrients? Or is sticking to the pure carnivore approach the real key to unlocking its benefits? Well, today we're going to address those concerns, focusing on two important factors: carbs and supplements. Stay tuned, because this next part is where things start to get really interesting. Alright, let's talk about carbs, specifically whether there's room for them on the carnivore diet. Now hold your horses, don't leave just yet. I know, carbs and carnivore don't usually mix, but hear me out. On the surface, the carnivore diet seems like a no-carb zone, and technically it is. But here's the thing, we're human, and sometimes even the strongest among us can feel those carb cravings coming on, especially when the diet feels super restrictive. So, let's unpack why some people swear by reintroducing a little carbs into their carnivore lifestyle. First off, let's get one thing straight. Carbohydrates are the body's primary energy source. For most people on a typical diet, carbs fuel the body's everyday functions. That's why they're so important on traditional diets. But on the carnivore diet, well, it's a whole different ballgame. The idea behind eliminating carbs is that by restricting them, the body switches to burning fat for fuel instead of glucose, a process called ketosis. This can result in more stable blood sugar, better fat loss, and a boost in mental clarity for many people. Sounds pretty great, huh? But here's where it gets tricky. Cutting all carbs for long periods can lead to some challenges. Some people feel low energy, particularly if they're exercising intensely or need extra fuel throughout the day. The body may experience a few bumps in the road as it adapts to fat as its main energy source. You've heard it before, the carnivore flu. Yes, it's real. People new to the diet sometimes experience headaches, lethargy, and low stamina as their body adjusts to burning fat for fuel. This is especially true if your previous diet was high in carbs. So, can adding just a few carbs help with this? Well, that's where the debate comes in. In fact, some people reintroduce carbs strategically, around workout times, for example, to provide that extra energy boost when they're lifting or doing high-intensity training. We're talking about nutrient nutrient-dense carbs like sweet potatoes or seasonal fruit. These low-sugar options provide quick energy but don't knock you out of ketosis for good. Rhetorical question. So, do carbs actually belong in the carnivore diet? That depends on what your body needs. Every person's journey is different. Some people thrive on 100% zero carb, while others might find that little carbs on a special occasion give them that extra oomph. Is it necessary for everyone? That's something we're going to continue exploring. Okay, so carbs are controversial. What about supplements? I can already hear you asking, do we really need extra vitamins and minerals if we're eating an all-meat diet? Well, let's take a deep dive into the role of supplements on the carnivore diet and see if they could give you the edge or if you're just better off skipping them. When you follow the carnivore diet, you're eating exclusively animal products, meat, fish, eggs, and maybe some dairy. But that doesn't cover all the vitamins and minerals your body needs. While animal products are nutrient-dense, they're not the be-all and end-all of everything the human body needs for optimal performance and health. So here's the deal. Supplements can help fill in those nutrient gaps and boost your well-being. Let's break it down with the most popular ones. 1. Electrolytes. When you reduce your carb intake, especially on a meat-heavy diet, electrolytes like sodium, potassium, and magnesium can get depleted. This happens because your body sheds more water and salts when it's burning fat instead of carbs. In fact, many people on carnivore feel the effects of this electrolyte imbalance. Think muscle cramps, headaches, dizziness, or fatigue. So adding a good electrolyte supplement can do wonders for replenishing what you're losing and keeping you at your best. It'll help maintain hydration and keep those pesky muscle cramps away, allowing you to crush workouts and go about your day feeling amazing. 2. Omega-3 fatty acids. Another supplement to consider is omega-3 fatty acids. While fatty fish like salmon are rich in omega-3s, if your carnivore diet is primarily focused on red meats like beef and lamb, you might fall short of this vital nutrient. Omega-3s play a key role in reducing inflammation and supporting brain health. Adding a fish oil supplement can fill this gap and improve cardiovascular health. For those on carnivore, especially, it's critical to balance omega-6s and omega-3s in your body for a better inflammatory response. 3. Vitamin D. Now, if you're not getting outside often, thanks winter, and thank you to the sometimes overcast skies, you might be lacking in vitamin D, a vital nutrient for your immune system, bone health, and mood. Sure, some animal products like fatty fish or liver offer small amounts, but you might not be getting enough from your diet alone. A vitamin D supplement can fill that gap and give your body a needed boost. 4. Magnesium. Another common deficiency is magnesium. Carnivore eaters don't always get enough magnesium, a mineral essential for everything from nerve function to muscle recovery. Without it, muscle spasms and sleep troubles can arise. A magnesium supplement could help improve sleep quality, help with stress, and keep your muscles functioning at peak performance. You see, supplements are kind of like that little extra nudge, helping you fine-tune your health on a restrictive diet. Now, don't get me wrong, supplements are there to support, not replace, a balanced, well-rounded diet. So if you're relying only on supplements and ignoring real food, you're definitely missing the full picture. Rhetorical question: why make things harder than they need to be? With the right supplements, you can feel your best on this diet without the unwanted side effects. That's the carnivore way of optimizing your performance. Now let's compare and contrast. Carbs versus supplements, the big debate. Alright, time to get into the real debate. Carbs or supplements? Which one reigns supreme when it comes to the carnivore diet? It's the ultimate showdown. Let's take a look at both sides and see what makes sense for you. Spoiler alert, there's no one-size-fits-all answer here, but we'll get as close as possible. Carbs, the energy boost you might need. On the one side, we've got carbs. We can't deny that they're the body's primary energy source. Our bodies are literally built to burn carbs for fuel. Glucose is our default go-to fuel, but the carnivore diet flips that switch, making us burn fat for fuel instead. It's like going from a regular car to a hybrid. Fuel economy is still there, but it's a different way of doing things. Now, here's where strategic carbs come into play. As much as you might be team no carbs, there's evidence showing that some people benefit from adding a small amount of carbs back into their diet, especially around workouts. That post-workout boost of energy from something like sweet potatoes or even a few berries could help you recover better, power up your muscles, and recharge your batteries faster. Plus, if you're feeling sluggish or drained after a few weeks on carnivore, those carbs might just help give you that extra pep without knocking you out of ketosis for long. Rhetorical question: are you ready to fuel your workouts and optimize recovery without giving up the meat-filled bliss? Supplements, the nutrient safety net. On the other side, we've got supplements. Here's the deal: you've eliminated carbs from your diet, diet. So what else are you eliminating? The potential nutrient deficiencies that come from the lack of fruits, vegetables, and grains. Yes, you're eating animal-based foods, but some nutrients, like electrolytes and vitamin D, aren't exactly found in abundance in meat. This is where supplements become critical. Think about the energy you might be losing from sodium depletion or magnesium deficiency. Adding the right supplements can help you feel more balanced and energized. Without supplements, you might struggle with muscle cramps, fatigue, or overall sluggishness. Even if you're eating high-quality meats, your body still needs the extra nutrients to function at its peak. Here's the kicker. You can combine both. Some people find a balance where they slightly reintroduce carbs for their performance, while relying on supplements to keep them functioning at optimal levels. It's like having the best of both worlds. Carbs for energy and supplements to ensure you're meeting all your micronutrient needs. So, if we're going to put it into a winner-takes-all kind of scenario, I'd say the real answer is, it depends. If you're doing intense workouts, or if you need that energy boost, maybe a little carb magic is what you need. But if you're about staying in fat-burning mode and avoiding deficiencies, supplements can be a lifesaver. Can you have your meat and eat carbs too? It's not impossible, but it really depends on your goals, activity level, and how your body responds. It's all about customizing the carnivore diet to fit you. That's the beauty of this journey. We're all different, and our nutrition should reflect that. Now that we've taken a good hard look at carbs and supplements individually, the big question is, how can we find the right balance for you on the carnivore diet? It's like making the perfect carnivore burger. Too many carbs? It's not going to sit well. Too many supplements? Your body's not going to thank you for it either. So where's that sweet spot where both work together to keep you feeling on top of the world? Let's find out. Balancing carbs on a carnivore diet. Some of you might be wondering, why even bother with carbs? Isn't it the whole point of carnivore to stay away from them? The thing is, while strict carnivores will preach the gospel of zero carbs, many carnivore practitioners notice that a little extra fuel can give them an edge. A small serving of sweet potatoes or even some fruit can provide a natural energy boost for those feeling drained. Let's be clear, we're not talking about pizza here. We're not about to mess with processed sugars or anything too high carb. The goal is to add nutrient-dense, low glycemic carbs. Consider a handful of berries after an intense workout. Think about carbs from root vegetables like butternut squash or rutabaga. This way, you're giving your muscles the fuel they need while staying true to the low-carb side of the carnivore diet. At the end of the day, adding a small portion of carbs here and there can help with things like fat loss, stalls, or fatigue, especially if you're incorporating intense workouts or are in need of recovery fuel. Supplements, filling the gaps like a pro. Now, for the supplement side of things, you definitely don't want to take them just for the sake of taking them. That's where people start going overboard and end up with bottles upon bottles of supplements they don't need. The goal with supplements is to fill gaps. And remember, supplements are just that, supplements. The foundation of any diet should always be from whole food. And when you're eating as close to nature as possible, that should be the focus. However, adding key supplements like magnesium, electrolytes, and omega-3s can level up your carnivore experience. They help combat deficiencies that naturally arise from a restrictive diet and give you that sustained energy throughout the day, supporting optimal health. Take electrolyte balance as an example. When you drop carbs, your body may lose more water and salts. Instead of dealing with the dreaded carnivore flu, just adding in an electrolyte supplement will keep things in check, helping you feel balanced while still staying fat-fueled. That simple addition can mean the difference between feeling sluggish and thriving on your new meat-powered lifestyle. So, if you're dealing with energy lulls, brain fog, or low stamina, supplements might just help you adjust and maintain that high energy state throughout the day. Can you combine carbs and supplements? Here's the wild idea. What if you don't need to choose one over the other? What if you could have both, strategically? It's about balance, people. The flexibility to choose whether you go full meat or add just a little bit of carb and supplement is a powerful thing. For some people, taking in carbs around workouts, paired with the support of strategic supplements like fish oil or electrolytes, might be the perfect equation. That way, you're maximizing energy during training, staying within your desired eating plan, and keeping deficiencies at bay. As we wrap this up, let's ask, wouldn't it be amazing if you could find that sweet spot where carbs help fuel your workouts and supplements plug nutritional gaps while still staying true to your carnivore roots? And guess what? You can. It's all about fine-tuning it for you, based on your lifestyle, fitness goals, and personal needs. All right, carnivores, after all that talk, Here's the deal. The key to success on the carnivore diet isn't about blindly cutting out carbs or drowning in supplements. It's about finding your own balance, whether that means adding a bit of carbs for energy or using supplements strategically to fill any nutrient gaps. Remember, this diet isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. It's about understanding your body and tailoring your approach to make sure you're feeling your best. So here's the takeaway. Do what works for you, whether you choose to stick to straight-up meat or experiment with low-carb options and strategic supplements. Make sure your choice supports your goals, be it improved fat loss, better workouts, or overall wellness. Your body is your greatest asset, and the more you understand it, the easier this journey will become. We all know it takes commitment, consistency, and finding what truly works to unlock those incredible results. That's where the real progress comes from. Now, if you're ready to take control of your carnivore journey and crush those goals, hit that like button, subscribe to Flex and Shred, and drop a comment letting us know which side you're on. Are you team no carbs or team supplements? I want to hear from you. And as always, remember, you've got this. Keep pushing, stay motivated, and keep making those healthy, smart decisions that will lead to a healthier, stronger version of yourself. Catch you in the next video.